Hello, I'm really excited. I'm going to do my first video about bullet journaling today, and I hope you guys get something out of it. If you've been curious about bullet journaling, if you have no idea what it is, this is going to be a quick intro to what I have done and how to get started, and then I'm hoping we can do more of these, get more in depth later. I have been bullet journaling for 4 years, which is actually quite a bit of time, so I'm really excited to talk about it more and kind of teach people more about it, because it's something that I have done almost every single day. It's really a major habit for me. Just to get started here, I am obsessed with planners. I've been a huge planner person since, even in elementary school when we would get our, you'd have to get like an academic planner and write down your homework for your classes. That was my favorite part, is writing down, what I had to do that day. So that was really fun for me, and so I've loved them ever since. And in high school I started looking at different planners, finding what I liked, what I didn't like, and my favorite day-to-day planner is the Day Designer, and that one has my list of what to do for the entire day. It has hour by hour, and it also has a to-do column, so I can put my individual tasks for work on there, and then any meetings. So I keep that one on my desk. I also have a monthly weekly planner by Day Designer. That's one I carry around. It's in my backpack all the time going to and from work. So that has a monthly layout, which is really nice because I'm the only one who ever brings a monthly layout to meetings. And so if people are talking about what day of the week is it, I'm like, well, if you guys all had your planner, you'd be like me. But so highly suggest using Day Designer if you are using a planner for planning out work things. I also recently got a passion planner, which I don't love it, and it's a really popular brand, and it also does have the hour by hour, which is nice. I have it right here so I can kind of show you what the inside of one looks like. So, and it is vertical, which I like, but I ordered it a size larger than I thought I did. I got it on sale on Amazon, and it was a size larger. It has a lot of space. If you need a planner, it will work just as good as a Day Designer, but I got the size that's too large to carry around, so it's not the most useful for me, but I'm using it day to day right now, working from home. That's a background on my actual planners. I got started in bullet journaling. I don't really know how or why, but probably Pinterest. That's where there's so many different inspiration pages you can see on there, and I just kind of got started. I love writing down my goals. I love writing down things I have to do each day, and crossing off a to-do list is the best thing ever. So I keep all of my bullet journals. So as you can see, I have 4 here, and just kind of want to show you quickly how my style has developed since I started. So this was my first one, and when I first started bullet journaling, I was in college. So I started making sure that I don't have any important secret information on here. But before I really get into this, I want to say a bullet journal is part journal, part planner, and part graphs and data. So, and then part creative outlet. So that seemed kind of confusing, but once you see what's inside, it will make more sense. So the big thing for me is weekly layouts, and mine have gotten so much better since I started. So when I started, I would just have stuff like this. So it would be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and I would have the date and just stuff I had to do when I was working. Again, that's when I was part-time and in college. And then I developed into a different format. Instead of doing the horizontal lines, I did a lot of just a 4x4 page. This is really like the simplest way to get started, I think, is 4x4 pages. Then you can do your 4 days, 3 days, and then a spot for notes. So that's always really nice to have. That's a really simple format there. And then the other fun thing about bullet journals, besides the weekly layouts, are your own personal pages that you would put in there. So when I first started, I created this travel bucket list page, which is my favorite page, and I have put it in every single bullet journal I've had so far. So I track places I've gone, places I want to go. There's also a goal page, so each one of these I put my goals for the year, and in some I've had long-term goals written down as well, or a bucket list. I have a password key. I actually haven't done this in my newest one, but sometimes people like to write down, you know, my password for my emails is this, my password for Netflix is this. Great spot to store information like that. And this was my first one, so I've definitely grown since I got this one. But I love bullet journals because it's really just, one, therapeutic to be like, it doesn't take very long to set it up, to draw out your stuff. That part's therapeutic, and then planning things out, crossing them off. But the other really big thing is keeping track of important things that you want to keep track of, really in daily habits. So I have kept track of my water now for 4 years because I've been doing bullet journaling for 4 years. Try to get my 8 cups of water in. I almost always don't, but I'm still keeping track of it. So much that you can keep track of in a bullet journal. So that was my first one, and I always use the Creative Notebooks brand on Amazon, and they're called dot grid journals on there, and I believe this is 8 by 10, something like that. And I like to put stickers on them now, kind of commemorate stuff from the year. And so this was the year I went to the College World Series. Another big page that I've started doing is a savings page, so how much money I've saved throughout the year. Fill that up. This was when I was in college. There's so much stuff that you can put in here, and this was a fun page I did that I never did again because it took a lot of work. But this one I put a whole map on there that's really fun, and putting the different places I went. And this is where I started getting better about my actual layouts. So this is a good one. You can kind of see it's the horizontal again, and you can see how I'm keeping track of different things on here. The water is always on there. And then this was actually the year I started on my format that I keep now, actually. So I have the same format, and apparently I've been using it for almost 2 years now. So I will show you that in my newest one since I'm still doing it. But that was the next year. Dropped them on the floor, you know. This one has some good stickers on there. And trying to see what other good ideas I have on here for you. A page I have is people who inspire me. If you like making lists, bullet journals are for you. Like, it's amazing. I also have a whole page of affirmations on here. I can get into a whole one of these little mini videos about affirmations, so that's a really good one. Another savings page in here. I do have migraines, and I keep track of my migraines, and so that was an important one for me. Let me see if I can get that page pulled up. Yeah, so here's my migraine tracker page, and so different ones have different meanings, showing, you know, if it was like full-on migraine or a headache, or it was just my ears were hurting. So there's that. And, you know, they get completely filled up. Oh, another big one is books. I write down, I have a to be read list, so books that I want to read. At the bottom, I keep track of all the books that I read that year. And finally, this year, this is my bullet journal this year, and same brand, same everything. And since I am a creature of habit, I keep a lot of the same pages. I get some new ones. I have a page for my podcast now, keeping track of stuff for that. Really, there's so much freedom. But I wanted to show you guys a blank weekly layout to get started. You can do it however you want. That's the fun thing about bullet journaling. But mine, I really love mine, and I have been using this layout for about 2 years. Little adjustments here or there, but it's really useful for me for keeping track of things I want to keep track of. So this is my weekly layout. Trying to get good lighting here. So each day is on here. So I have the date, the day of the week, this is Star Wars Day next week, so that's exciting. I have my water intake in the corner there, and now I write down what I have for dinner that day. I don't know why. I just keep track of that. That's just something I do. And then each day you can write on little things that you need to do, your to-do list, like a normal planner. But then this is the actually really important part, is a habit tracker. So this is a big thing in bullet journals, is tracking your different habits. So here is my habit tracker. This is what it looks like. And there's a little box for each day of the week, and I have my habits listed here, and then I just mark them off when they're done, if I get them all done. So my habits that I have on here are workout, read, bullet journal, 10,000 steps, and then working on my meditation or manifestation stuff. So that's what I have there. I also think it's really important to keep track of what you're spending, so I have a spending log here, kind of like when everyone used to do checks and checkbooks and keeping a ledger of that. Just writing down what you're spending, super, super helpful. And if you take anything from this, I say create a notebook just to keep track of your spending. That's really important, so you're keeping track of that, not just your app on your phone. And then I also have a good week, bad week. That's from my favorite podcast, Lady Gang, and they just say a highlight and a low light of their week. I like to write that down each week. And lately I've been also trying to prep menus for the week, so what we're gonna have for dinner each night, just because otherwise the end of the day gets here and I don't know, I just want to order food to go. So that is my super basic overall bullet journal stuff. I'd love to get more in depth with different things, so if you guys have specific questions, definitely ask me. I think to get started, I say get a doc grid journal, go on Pinterest, and just see what you like, and think of things that you want to keep track of, and then just do it, because it just gets better and better the more you do it. You find what you like, you find what you don't like, and it's really just for fun. But that's my take on it. It's my favorite thing to do. I love planners, and I absolutely love bullet journaling, so hope you guys like this. Thank you.